There's honestly a lot of different things that a person can do with a deck of playing cards that most people don't know about, whether it be that, which is a card spring, a move like that called bullet, or one thing that you can do, which a lot of people don't know, pretty much excluding magicians, is if you give it a quick wave, you can actually turn the deck blank. Now at this point you'd say, okay, well, it's just the top card that's blank. It's not actually the whole deck. And that's where I'd argue with you and I'd tell you, well, I actually think it's truly the entire deck that's blank. Now, if you still don't believe me, well, I don't know what to tell you. And I actually probably empathize with you because, well, I am a magician after all, and magicians lie. So I'd probably say that you're on the right track considering the fact that the entire deck is not blank. Now, to be able to turn an entire deck of cards blank, the first thing you'll need is a blank card. Now, some decks have them, some don't. One of them is this deck right here, and I just reviewed it just a few days ago, so if you want to check out that review and pick them up for yourself, you can check out the review, which will be popping up on the screen at the end of the video, and the link to the cards will be in the description below. But you don't actually have to have 52 of them, you only have to have this one. And there's very little setup for this trick. Make sure the cards are face up and put it in the second to top position. Once you are here, the entire trick is set up, and there's only two moves that you have to be able to complete. The first one is the fan. You can either do an index finger fan, which is the way that I prefer to do it, or you can do a thumb fan, which looks like this, both of which are the same, except for which finger is actually pushing the cards around in the fan. Does it matter which way you do it? Not at all. But if you don't already know how, I will have a tutorial that'll be in the description below. So if you haven't learned that one already, go and check that out and then come back to this video so I can teach you how to do it. Because if you can't do the fan, you won't be able to learn this trick. But here's a very basic tutorial for that fan. You're gonna take it with your thumb, pointer, and middle finger, take this bottom corner, that's where you'll place it, and move it all the way into that pad of your hand. Once you've got it here, your pointer finger or thumb, personally I like my pointer finger, is going to go around pushing on this outside, which will give it a fan. Now of course that's just the 10-second tutorial. Check out the full one in the description below. Once you can do a fan, you're gonna start the trick by doing a fan, showing them that all of the cards are there. That means you're gonna have to hold the deck face up and in your left hand. Now if you're doing it like this for your spectators, where the cards are face up, you're doing it in your left hand. And if the spectators are in front of you, like a big audience, you're still gonna do it in your left hand. The cards will still show. If though you do it in your right hand, instead of seeing this long edge, they'll see this long edge. But notice down this side there's nothing here, or on that card, or this one, or that one, or for any card that matter, none of them have anything on this right long edge until you get down to this bottom corner, which means if you fan it with your other hand, there will be nothing there. The same thing goes if you fan it like this, once again, nothing there. But at the moment, if you fan it this way, you can see them. At the moment, if you fan it this way, you can't see them, except that 10 of hearts is still there. So how do you get it from the 10 of hearts to the blank card? This is where we do the second move, which is called the Erdnase color change. What that's going to look like in real time is where you take it and you give it a quick wave, and it looks like the card vanishes. And you can do that from one card to another like this as well. It doesn't necessarily just have to be with a blank card. You can truly do it with any different number of cards. But for today's purposes, we'll be doing it with the blank card. Now just a quick tutorial, you can check out the full tutorial in the description below for the Erdnase change, but you'll take the top pad of your hand here and push up on this bottom edge, which looks like this. So now you can actually see right here, which is this blank card. You're then gonna take this bottom pad of your hand and pull this bottom card out, which is going to look like this. Now, I'm not palming it because if I let go of the deck, this card's gonna just drop to the ground because I'm not actually palming it. Gravity would take it away. So make sure that when you're doing this, you're pushing against the deck, that way the card stays in your hand. Which means no, there is no palming involved, so as long as your hand is at least the width of a playing card, and mine is like exactly the width of a playing card, you're gonna be okay. So once again, pushing up on the first card, pulling back on the second card until that blank card clears all the way through. Now you can move this around freely. Now your pointer finger of your left hand is gonna pull that 10 of hearts back, that way it's all flush, and now your right hand is just gonna wave over the top and set it down. So once again, the exposed view, I'll do it like this, pull this one back, close this one up, and wave it over. At this point, you switch it over to your other hand, do your fan, and the cards are now blank. At this point, to get it back, you do one more Erdnase change, except for the reverse order. Once again, that card is here. I'm just pushing it against my fingers. I pull this one down, and I wave. At this point, you do the entire fan, and they're none the wiser. But of course, the prerequisite for all of this is having a deck of cards that has a blank card. So if you want these specifically, you can click on that link right there to go to the deck review. That way you can check out if this is actually a deck of cards that you'll want, and the link to it will be in the description for both this video and that one. And the links for the fan and for the Erdnase change will be popping up here and here respectively. Now you can check out both of those and learn all the moves you need for this trick. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Make sure to subscribe if you like magic tricks just like this. This is CPM, signing off.